Chat, here we go. We have NWPO versus ATOW. We are just a couple days away from EU RLCS starting. I think that MENA RLCS actually starts tomorrow as well. I can't remember if it started today. I know that MENA qualifiers, I think, have one less day, which means there's a chance that they start their day 1 tomorrow. It's day 4 for EU RLCS tomorrow. ATOW and his KC squad making it through the first part of the qualifiers with ease. But I certainly would think that Nas and Diaz have to be up there in the highest echelons as NWPO was transitioning to the back wall for help. At first, a trade-off that hurt him enough that he couldn't really reach the top ranks of ones, but that has since been not an issue. He has used his creativity in order to rise to the very best, but ATOW is a guy who's very creative himself, specifically in the air. There's just about nothing he can't do as he's going to get a nice air dribble reset before slotting it top left. His game number 1, but there he is pre-jumping as ATOW now going to pass to himself off the ceiling, get a reset to make sure it finishes. And this is just the way NWPO plays. We were actually watching for the YouTube a couple days ago some NWPO replays, and he wants to live in the future. He wants to live in the future whether it makes sense or not. But I think only against a few collection of people. I want to say he's played Nas a few times recently and has come away with wins, which is one of the reasons why people have rated him so highly. If you can take down that guy that nobody else seems to be able to take down, then you certainly deserve some recognition. But I really want to point out and make a big case taken in that context that he did not play through a full tournament, try and make it to these certain finishes. Nice reset shot, though, from NWPO. As I pull up his recent games, since basically February 2024, so almost a full year, but he hasn't, given himself an opportunity to get terribly upset like some of these other guys who had to work all the way through the initial qualifiers. ATOW is going to steal this one away as he will go up game 1. We'll see if he's able to grab more than just one game like he did last time. ATOW's reset shot denied by NWPO, but the fact that he was even in possession might have been enough. NWPO missed. Can he somehow get this read? Multiple touches off the back wall. It's not going to happen. ATOW will take game number 1, but he's been grinding a ton of Rocket League. I mean, I think he's always grinding a ton of Rocket League. I think all these guys are, but he's been streaming them as well, as ATOW does a really good job of playing this around NWPO's pre-jump, or I should say his ceiling challenge. ATOW making sure to carry this as high and far away from NWPO, who's going to be falling from ceiling height on that right side. Done a great job of reading his defense. That is a very important part of 1v1. Ooh, NWPO did just enough to body ATOW off this. ATOW down 1. Nice use of the flip instantly. And you don't see a ton of resets used this quickly. Just popping them with the tail end of your car, but what ATOW realized is he wasn't really in position to make his flick just yet, but he had to. Based on when NWPO was challenging, he needed to get movement now. Believe it or not, I will not be commentating the Complexity team stream, despite me being in-game. Oh my goodness, ATOW. This is a ridiculous shot here. Gets to near ceiling height before jumping off the wall, and then the wave dash shot to put himself on the opposite side of the ball, and just 100 km/h wave dash shot, no bounce. It would take a miracle win on a 50 to actually score from it, but he's managed to stay in control of the possession. Now he's up again. Oh my goodness, NWPO. I was about to say he moved way too far off the ball to find a way to get back to this, but that's just what NWPO does. He's nowhere near it. He has left the ball. He has lost the dribble because you're not protecting the ball. Not even close to protecting the ball in that moment that you fall away, but that's what NWPO does. ATOW, what a quick read. Love the mix-up from anybody in the RLCS. What a shot from ATOW. These are somewhat unconventional resets. I mean, this one isn't quite as different as his backflip touch with the, the back end of his car, but still getting the reset and going side flip, not something you see very often. Maybe a slight hesitation on the side wall as he sees NWPO prepping to defend high. And instead, he slows the game down to a halt. And absolutely mind games the heck out of NWPO, who is continuing to try and move in net to make a stop. But ATOW just says, I'll take it over here. It's a pretty good recovery, actually, from NWPO, all things considered. NWPO, oh, I thought for a second to not mess up. And he's just going to go for a half flip kickoff. I like that mix-up. We'll see if it ends up paying off. NWPO places a decent shot high, but he did use a ton of boost. ATOW recovering, and now this is when he needs to use his boost advantage, and I don't think he used it to the amount that he needed to. NWPO, a little pinch on the post. But either way, he might be in a good shape if he gets a pinch. NWPO reads that it is off target and lets it bounce off the back walls. Flick on 0 boost. ATOW going to try a Psycho at 0 seconds, which is just going to lead to NWPO having a chance. He could not go pick up boost, but he will pick up a couple pads. Wave dash catch. Flick top right. NWPO has tied it up. 1-1 in the final moments. ATOW, a game that it seemed like he had secured, is going to get stolen away, waiting for boost there in the corner. Great placement from NWPO, but ATOW chases him all the way there. Gets a crucial bump, now flipping out for a reset, and a bit greedy to try and turn that into something. NWPO gonna have no trouble getting his first goal. It's hard to catch up to it, get a reset, and really make a safe play, which means the shot has to be perfect. Turn it in for a boost steal, a couple wall dashes. Oh my goodness, look at this shot from NWPO. Normally, when somebody loses the ball like this, you know, they tilt away and think there's nothing I can do. NWPO, he just takes it to the corner, chains a couple dashes together, and then makes a play off the back wall with a reset. The Twisted Minds player and the Carming Core player. Very excited to see what both these teams can do going forward, and despite NWPO, did he just fake ATOW? Interesting play here. I could tell he was trying to line up a sidewall read that seemed like it was going to be pretty tough, but the important part is that he made ATOW believe that he could do it before stealing NWPO's corner. But NWPO has never needed boost to be quick, and he will be taking the lead with 19 seconds left to go. And actually got convinced to hand the ball away, though. This is a good chance for ATOW. NWPO trying to pre-jump it. Out of boost now. ATOW snakes underneath it, and that 50 maybe had a chance of going in, but not fast enough. Chaining some scary dashes behind you. There's nothing like hearing a ton of successfully chained dashes from you as you try and run away. NWPO into the corner, chaining some dashes together for a long shot. ATOW was ready for it, and he is going to try a Psycho. He doesn't care. He's looking for a full field shot whenever he has the chance. Interesting save off of the post, and now ATOW forced to leave the play. NWPO's dribble is not really headed towards the net, but just use a couple resets to make it possible. And there you go. ATOW had to feel decently good about the fact that NWPO is going to the side wall as he starts his dribble, but next thing you know, 2 resets later, and ATOW has not reacted anywhere near in time. Try and make some flicks, figure something out. This time taking it to his back corner for 100. Now pre-jumping to the back wall. ATOW shoots it low. Who, may win it all. ATOW, it's a really important play for him now. Now he gets the demo, and he's waiting extra time before powering in his shots. He wants to make sure that NWPO gets that respawn camera and gets to watch him. But NWPO should be able to reset on the side wall. And you have to imagine ATOW finds a way to get this on the ground. Going on top of the ball. NWPO able to get underneath it and win the first 50. Now single jump this to himself on the back wall. He's carrying it. ATOW fake challenge gets NWPO to flick. He tried to get the demo. He didn't get it. NWPO has kept it in the air. ATOW surely lets it hit ground now. My goodness. That was a heroic 0-second effort from NWPO. And we saw the light there at the end of the tunnel, but it's not going to happen. ATOW is getting a big boost advantage, being able to snag some 100. NWPO has done a good job of maintaining, at least 50. Great shot here from NWPO. And we know what he could do with almost nothing. With 50, he has basically a full tank. Now he's just going to read ATOW not really getting up in time. It's such a perfect all the way into his box. This time he cuts early. NWPO gets caught out of position, and ATOW's going to get a goal for the predictable challenge. And is now up 5-3. Great fake here. ATOW going to drop him the nice one. 6-3 at the halfway mark of game number 5. Watching from ATOW's POV, I mean, we've seen just how effective NWPO can be off his own back wall, and that might be a near best possible bounce for NWPO, although he does miss. The ball just floated a bit too high, so that's why I'd say it's not the best possible. It came right out to him in the midfield, but he didn't have a ton of boost to get up and take an early shot, and ATOW able to affect it just enough to make him miss. ATOW double jumping over the boost before picking it up on the way back down. NWPO air dribble bump to make it 7-3. ATOW passed to himself off the ceiling. Top right. What a save from NWPO. He pitches it into the corner. Is this going to find its way into the net? The follow-up is in. Oh, my goodness, NWPO. What a save. It's not going to show us fully in the replay. ATOW placed it so well, but in fact what he did is he set up the pinch cross field which just needed a little bit of help to become a goal. ATOW gonna hand in the ball. They're looking for clips now. This is like what you do in freestyling 1v1s. You just chip the ball away as a way to be like, here you go. It's not a fair... Okay, now he's giving it to him. I was like, clearly this was a back and forth freestyle based on what ATOW is doing. Ceiling reset. And the little musty. NWPO gives him the nice one. He says, no, what a save. Oh my goodness. I refuse to acknowledge the fact that he followed up with a spam of sorries. 11-4. No, no, no's and sorries. That'll be it. NWPO will take it in game 5 over ATOW.